Hello and welcome to the next video in the Kilpin Knitting Club series. In this video I'm going to show you how you can unpick stitches if you've made a mistake. Now this can happen for a number of reasons. I mean, you may just be learning, so making mistakes is slightly inevitable. It may be that you're trying to follow a pattern where the colour changes and then you realise that you've done it incorrectly. Or something else, like if you're trying to follow a pattern that requires you to do a different combination of stitches. So if you're supposed to do a certain number of knit and a certain number of purl and you realise you've done it wrong, then unpicking is a really important skill so that you can work your way backwards and then correct the mistake. So here you can see this piece of knitting that we saw last time in the video where I was showing you how to work with different colours. So just for the purposes of this video we're going to pretend I've made a mistake. So I'm part way through the row. So I've got some stitches on my right needle and some on my left because I'm partway through, and then let's pretend suddenly I've realised I've made a mistake somewhere here. Maybe I was supposed to have used the dark pink for some of these rather than the light pink, and I think, oh no, I have to go and fix that. So the way that you unpick stitches is essentially you're just going to do knitting in reverse. Now it is a bit slower than doing regular knitting because you've got to concentrate a bit more. It's not as repetitive and easy to do as knitting is, but hopefully you won't have that many stitches to unpick. So the way you do it is you need to pick up your working yarn, which is this one. So you need to pick it up. The reason we do that is because you want to hold this stitch here, which is the one we're going to unpick, nice and tight. And this opens up. If you can see here, we've got this stitch that we've already done. This is the one we're going to unpick. This is already on this needle, but you can see underneath this loop here is opened up. By pulling on the working yarn, I've opened this loop here. That used to be on this needle. This was along here. We're going to put it back on there. So if you put your left hand needle into that loop here, and then retract the right hand needle out of that stitch. Just like you can do it slowly as you like to make sure you don't drop any extra stitches. Just drop that loop off the right hand needle and then pull the working yarn out, and then that stitch is now back on this needle. And it's as if it never happened. It looks exactly the same as it did before. I'll show you again. So get hold of your working yarn, which is this one. No, it isn't, it's that one. And then hold it slightly tight so you open up this loop. So you're not putting your needle into this stitch because that's the one we made that we're now going to undo. You want to put it into this loop underneath. So you put your left hand needle into that, retract the right hand needle to drop the stitch back off, and then the working yarn should just come free. So there we are. So you'd repeat that as many times as you need to. Purling, if you need to unpick any purl stitches, works in pretty much the same way. You just reverse the motions that you made before, and do it nice and slowly. There's no rush at all. So that's how you unpick. Hopefully that will give you a bit more confidence to do your own projects because you know how to unpick things if things go wrong. As always, let me know in the comments or send me pictures or videos on WhatsApp if you get stuck. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you again soon.